love the game. I love the hustle, man.
Yep, everything sounds cool so far. So far, so good.
I love the game. I love the hustle.
I love the hustle. What's good? I go by the name of Stealth. It's all three of us here today, man. We back. I know we ain't been here for a while, but it's been because we've had a lot of different things going on. All three of us have had like different things going on. But we finally lined it up. Definitely. We're finally back today with some content. With some content for you guys. And from now, we're going to keep it rolling. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully there's no unforeseen things going on. And we can, get locked in. If one of us is missing, maybe two of us can, get up here and get some content up for you guys. But we are back today, all three of us, man. Doughboy, how we doing, man? It's been a while since the channel's seen you. You know what I'm saying? I know we had some computer issues, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So you back, Teddy White, talk to me, man.
It's been a crazy ride for sure. You know what I mean?
It don't even matter, baby. We back, man.
We back. Yeah, we back.
All right, so real quick, man. So I apologize because, you know what I'm saying, the Kings are already 10 games in the season and we haven't got no content up for you guys, but we're going to change that starting today. You know what I'm saying? So we're not going to miss too many more games. We're kind of going to probably start checking in like maybe every like couple games or whatever, talk about what we saw the previous games and whatnot, break down the team, break down what we need to be doing. Things we're doing well, things we're not doing so well, from everything, man, the players, the coaches, and everything, that our opponents, everything. So we're going to talk all Kings. So today, man, actually in a few minutes, the Kings have the San Antonio Spurs. By the time this goes up, that game's going to be already played and over with. But we can talk about that matchup now, and then we can kind of go back to it and revisit it. So what do y'all think about tonight's matchup with the San Antonio Spurs? Wemby, it is in San Antonio. This is an away game. I think we have like a little away little stretch right now. So what do y'all think about this matchup tonight?
Go ahead, B. It's on you.
Oh, man. I feel like the Kings should be able to go ahead and have their way with the San Antonio Spurs at this point. San Antonio Spurs are still trying to figure out who they are as a team, still trying to figure out how to get Wemby out of the ball, allow him to go ahead and do his work. But I honestly feel like the Kings should go ahead and go in here, still the game San Antonio. It should be win, you know what I mean? But you never know, with these games and how they go and how players play. But with Fox being back and things of that nature, I do feel like, they should go ahead and beat them.
Yeah.
I feel like it should be a win for sure.
Yeah, so we're definitely, I think, 8.5-point favorites. Teddy White, what you think about this matchup tonight?
You know what? I agree with that too. I mean, Spurs are 3-8 right now. Kings, right? So it's two teams going in two different totally directions. Kings are starting to get their rhythm with their star player back in Fox, right? So right now, of course, I got the Kings. We got the rhythm going, but this also can be a setup game, right? Going into out of town, this Texas triangle.
Remember the Spurs snuck up on Phoenix a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, they did. Yes. They sure did.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So I think the thing with the Spurs, they're a well coached team. We know that. Great pop, and they are. And I gotta say, I'm kind of impressed with Wemby so far as his poise. Very mature for it. Dude's gonna be good, man. I wasn't sure about how he was gonna be, how he was gonna look coming into the league, but I think he's gonna be pretty good, man. We knew that he was gonna come in. Say it again.
I like what I'm seeing from him so far.
Yeah, we knew he was going to come in and play defense, block shots. Of course, he's going to average three blocks a game. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're that tall, like, just on accident, you're going to get 3-4 blocks a game. So, I think we're going to have to worry about that tonight. But I think Sabonis is going to body him up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Getting that paint. Ooh. And little boy, this man, like, hey, watch out, man. You tall, but hey, watch out, man. Take this elbow and take this 20 points and these 15 rebounds and the Kings win. So I got the Kings winning tonight too. So with that said, let's kind of go back. Like I said, we haven't really touched on the Kings this season yet. So we're gonna go. I'm gonna go down the last 10 games. And we're going to talk about the record. And it's kind of from there, we'll just kind of talk about what you guys see from the Kings so far and what you expect moving forward. So the first game was against Utah. That was a win. We lost to Golden State, beat the Lakers, lost to Golden State again, 2 straight losses to Houston. At Houston, we came back home and we beat Portland, OKC, Cleveland, and LA. So right now we are on a 4-game winning streak. I do got to point out though, I believe De'Aaron Fox was out of those games. He was out during the 3-game loss streak. He was out of those games. Yeah. So far, let's go with Teddy White, man. What do you think about these Kings so far, 10 games in?
Man, right now, you know what? It's very, very soon to make a decision on them right now. But I'm going to stand tall on what I said when we was going into the season. I think they're going to be a top 5 team in the West.
You said that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you did say that.
The thing is, we're big on injuries. We don't have a lot of those.
Yes.
And we're a team that's not big on load management, right? And what are you seeing right now coming out of the gate of the West? We're seeing injuries and we're seeing load management, right? So we're going up on the upper, and this is reminding of last season, right? We started off horrible with 0-3, 0-4, something like that, I believe, and we turned it around. So my thing is we're right on time. Matter of fact, we're just even better than last year.
Yeah.
So it may not look like that. It may not look like that right now, but on paper. But I promise you, the Kings is going to be okay. They're going to be in that tier.
So I want to touch on something you just said. You were saying how like other teams you feel like are kind of like fighting the injury bug and some other things like that. Now we did have an early injury with De'Aaron Fox, and that goes back to that losing streak we had. But I do want to say, in the West this year, it's going to be tough. You're not going to be able to load manage.
It is.
Because everybody's coming. Like, bro, you got Minnesota looking good. You got us coming back. Steph Curry's out right now, so Steph Curry, OKC, Steph Curry's out right now, so
Houston's playing better than what I.
And so with the Warriors, Draymond's out because of the suspension. Five games, right? Yeah. 5 games.
Yeah, 5.
Steph Curry's been out. I think he's trying to come back, but. So the Warriors, bro, they were talking about Clay today. Like, should they trade Clay? I saw that on ESPN today. They were talking about that. So the Warriors are kind of like, they've been up and down. They started really good, but they're small. And you know, you got Denver. The West is going to be tough. You're not going to be able to load manage if you're the Clippers and all that.
Nah.
So
not at all. You're
going to have to stay healthy. I think it's going to be, you know, it's going to be an attrition thing. Whoever can stay healthy the longest is going to have a better chance. Bradley Beal back. I don't like back injuries. He's out again because he was out the start of the season, came back. Now he's out again. That's not looking good for Phoenix. So I don't know, man. But
then you're dealing with the inconsistency of the Lakers, and then you got the inconsistency of the Clippers, and they don't know their identity, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So right now the West is
James Harden.
Like outside of Denver, who else want it?
Denver right now, and I say us are the only teams that really kind of like have, and I say Minnesota too.
Yes,
stability.
It's crazy. It's crazy to say this, but I've been saying Minnesota since last year. They just had to find the chemistry that worked for them.
For who?
You know what I mean? Now with Minnesota, with Cat and Rudy Gobert working together. You know what I mean? The first year, I think they played together, didn't really look too good. I think they ended up dwelling out the bottom of the West and did make the playoffs or whatever the case may be. But like I said, I think now with their chemistry, they're starting to find their rhythm, you know, and how their stuff is going to go ahead and work on their end, you know. And I ain't gonna lie to you, man, I'm really surprised about, you know, Houston is doing right now. You know, you don't got them boys out there playing. No. Right now.
Hey, did not say that was my sleeper team. And 4-5,
yes,
you said the Pacers were your sleeper team, right?
Mm-hmm. I said OKC was mine.
Okay, but see, OKC, I don't know they a sleeper anymore. I felt like they was kind of like everybody kind of expects them to kind of take that jump. You know what I mean?
Well, we didn't know what they were going to be able to do with SGA
and Chet.
Together, you know what I mean? Especially with Chet being out all of last year and then coming back this year. Okay, how are they going to go ahead and fit these two together? You know, and then going out with Giddey being there too as well. So it's like, how do we get these three pieces to fit together and then get the rest of the guys, the core group of guys, to go ahead and work too as well? But like I say, the West is definitely deep. I mean, let's be real. I talked to a couple of my homeboys and even family members. They had Dallas. They had the Mavericks damn near at the bottom of the West. And they're actually 9-3 right now.
I did too.
Right. But, hey, like I said, you got to wait till everybody jails. I think Kyrie came halfway through the year. You know, so halfway through the year, not getting a real full with, you know, everybody. It kind of plays a factor, you know. So
with that said, right? We just kind of ran down the West real quick. So where do you think the Kings fit in within that? Like I said, De'Aaron's back now. Everybody's healthy right now.
Yes.
So with the first 10 games, you know what I'm saying, we're on a win streak now. We had a losing streak before that. Where do you see the Kings moving on from here? Like to say, like the next, like.
I still see them still within the top 6. You know, they're 6th place right now at 6-4. You know,
you think they can move up?
They're what? They're 2.5 games back, you know, from being at the top, from what it shows here. You know,
who's top right now? Denver.
Denver at 9-2, and then Dallas is right behind them at 9-3, and then Minnesota at 8-3, OKC at 8-4, Houston at 6-3, and Sacramento 6-4.
Okay.
You know, so for me, I feel like they can probably move up a couple spots. I know they'll probably end up jumping Houston, OKC, and probably Minnesota, depending on what Minnesota does going forward with these next few games or so. But I do have them in the top 6 so far. Now. For me, you know, with Fox coming back now, because you can tell with him being out, they were still trying to figure out what their identity was, and to match that 30 points that he averaged on a nightly, basis. It's like, all right, well, who's going to step up to take over for this?
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to be able to go ahead and fill in, which we seen it really didn't happen.
And I'm glad you just said. I'm glad you said that, because that was going to be my question to Teddy White. Teddy, who do you feel like is going to be that third guy? I know in the summer we were talking about Keegan being that third guy, but Keegan's kind of like, I don't want to say hot or cold, but not as consistent as you would like. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Huerter's been hot lately. I think he's been shooting like 60% like the last few games. He's averaging 30 minutes, about 14 points right now.
He's making 14 points a game right now.
Yeah. So Teddy, what's your thoughts on like that third guy, or is it going to be by committee? It's going to be like the Monk one night, Huerter one night, Keegan one night. Maybe Sasha's going to get a couple hot games. Maybe Harrison Barnes. Like, do you feel like that third guy is going to be by committee, or do you feel like there's going to be one person to step up and solidify themselves as, all right, this is the three?
You know what? I don't know what scares me more, us trying to find that third scorer or finding that replacement when Fox is out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's what scares me. I did not like how we looked when Fox was out.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was very terrible. And that's why I say, it's like, who's gonna step up? Who wants to be that leader?
Who's gonna be?
Be Sabonis. Will it be HB? You know
here's
what I mean?
the thing. Sabonis is the clear stats leader for the team right now. He's leading the team in. No, I don't think he's leading. Is he leading points right now?
No, not
no,
points.
he's leading in rebounds and assists for sure.
He's leading in rebounds and assists.
And blocks.
Yeah, rebounds and assists and blocks.
Keegan is leading in steals. De'Aaron leading in points.
Steals.
So when Fox was out, we were missing that 30 points a game. Who's going to be that guy? Yeah. And it was funny, we said that in the summer. We had a conversation because me and Teddy White were talking about Davion. And I was like, if it comes to the point to where Fox gets hurt, can Davion kind of fill and be that guy? Interesting enough, we brought up Keon Ellis from the JV team, and he was getting more burn than Davion. What's y'all thoughts on that?
Yes.
Yeah, I honestly, I hit you the other day, and I said, you know what, man? I hate to say this, but not saying that he's better than Davion. I feel like he's fitting.
Hey, the jury's out on that, though.
You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, all of them are inconsistent. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But if I have to plug somebody in there, I do like what Keon Ellis is doing right now. You know what I'm saying? But we still do. We still need to find out that consistent second back, that second guard, and we need to find out if Fox goes down, who's willing to step up.
Definitely.
It has to. I think if you ask me, I think it has to be either Monk or Keegan.
Yeah,
or both.
Yes,
but then one of those guys has to step up and be that second or maybe first leading scorer, because Sabonis, you got Sabonis. What if he gets in foul trouble and Fox is out? Now Keegan. So I just feel like I want to see more consistency. Really, the guy I'm looking at is Keegan. He's averaging 14 points right now. I said in the summer I feel like he can bump that up to like 17, 20. It's not looking like it's going to get there right now. I think it can get there, but 14 points is a little low for me right now with Keegan. What do y'all think about that in his development in year two?
Well, I felt like that, prior to us talking and getting on, on here to go ahead and record, you know what I mean? I felt like Keegan Murray, he stepped it up somewhat from last year as far as his points goes, but we talked about it and we said that, he needs, when you're open, shoot. Don't be scared. You don't have to be passive. Mike Brown, hey, look, like you said earlier, Mike Brown told him, hey, when you're in the game, if you don't want to shoot, hey, I'm going to pull you out.
Yeah.
And have you think about it and then tell you about it. You got it. Well, give me the green light to go ahead and shoot. I want you to step up just in case, like you said, Fox goes down with an injury. Bonus gets into foul trouble. Keegan, we're relying on you to come in there to fill this void of going to 17, 18 points a game on an average.
Yeah.
And to try to at least, fill the void for wherever we lack at in that department.
Yeah, no, for sure. And Teddy White, what do you think about one of the things I was excited about was Sasha Vezenkov coming over to the Kings and to see what he could bring to the squad. Right now, he's only averaging about 13 minutes a game, and when he's in the game, I'm noticing he's just trying to find his way. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to fit in. He's not really getting the looks though and the shots. Do you feel like that's on Mike Brown to kind of get him some easy looks, to get him more acclimated to the NBA game? Or do you feel like he needs to take more initiative himself when he's on the court and do what he can with those 13 minutes a night?
You know what? Honestly, Sasha he's at a place where I expected him to be, right?
Really?
He's coming from a place from overseas. I mean, the transition, the speed of the game, the physicality of the game. You need more. The only way that you're going to get used to it is the reputation.
Yep. The repetition,
over. So I really don't expect. Now, do I expect him to have a big game here and a big game there? I do.
I would like to see that soon, though. We're 10 games in. We're 10 games in. I want to see a Sasha game. You know, like.
Well, you might not get that until 25. You might not get that until the 25 and the 30th game. You know what I'm saying? Because he's trying to get a feel. He's coming from where he was a star and he was playing 30 minutes. Now I have to try to show that in 13 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's hard to do. That's hard to do.
Exactly. And
that is hard to do in 13 minutes.
Out of that 13 minutes, I may only touch the ball twice.
Yeah.
Especially Fox and Huerter might be floor with him. You know what I mean? So yeah, I definitely agree. You know, it's gonna be hard for him to really, find his game right now. Because like you said, when you're being a star to come in over here now to where you're like the fourth, fifth option.
Not even.
Well, I'm being generous on that, but
absolutely.
Even in on that part, as a player, you got to figure out and step back and go, all right, what do I need to go to help us win, but still be able to maintain? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And still be able to contribute when it's my time to get called. Coming up. So I feel like him and Mike Brown and the coaching staff probably need to go ahead and talk about it. Figure out and get mixed. And just let him know. And hopefully he lives by it.
I think for me, he's like a sleeping giant on this team. I feel like if you give him the looks and like get some plays, get him comfortable. I feel like he's not comfortable yet. He doesn't look comfortable to me.
Definitely.
Like it's kind of like he's getting the ball like the last couple seconds of the shot clock. Oh, just throw it up, and like it might go in, it might not.
Throw it up, right?
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, right now he's averaging 6 points, 0.2 assists. He's shooting 33% from three, 42 from the field. So we'll see how he
needs up that 42 percentage. He needs up that 42 from the field. That's kind of low.
So it may be he's not being put in a position to be successful right now. And
exactly.
That will come in time.
And that's what I was saying. And that's what I was saying. Do you feel like the coaching staff needs to kind of like
definitely?
Well, they're still trying to figure him out. Okay. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to figure him out, see where to plug him in, because now he's in a position where he's taking Terrence Davis minutes. And he's taking this guy and Trey Loud. Now you gotta understand what
he's not even back yet.
Now Sasha may fall back a little bit.
He's gonna help. He's gonna help us too.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
So right now,
I agree.
Don't expect too much from Sasha right now in the first 25 games. Just
definitely
let's hope he finds his role on this team. You know what I mean?
So lastly, because I know we all want to watch this game. Kings about to tip off right now with the Spurs. I want to talk about JaVale McGee. He was a huge topic, a conversation over the summer for us on this channel. I like what he's bringing to the team. What do y'all think? Is he kind of meeting the expectations, or do you feel like, what do y'all think about JaVale McGee?
JaVale McGee is actually doing what I thought he was going to go ahead and do. Come in, contribute, get us our hard down there, get us some blocks, get us some rebounds, get us some steals, you know what I mean? We don't really need too much on the point side.
No.
Just do the dirty work. You know what I'm saying? Just do the dirty work. You're a veteran. You know what I'm saying? You done won championships. You know what I'm saying? So you know what it's like to be, a part of a winning organization, and you know what it takes to go ahead and win. So your thing is like, hey, look, I'm coming here and prove this to you guys and say, hey, look, this is what we need to go ahead and do. Let me go ahead and get in here. I'll do all the dirty work. I'll make sure that you guys go ahead and get your points. I got you. Don't trip.
I think his value is going to.
I'll be the Ron Artest.
I think his value is really going to show in the playoffs when you come against a Jokic, because I feel like the Kings are trying to gear up to beat Denver.
Yeah,
or if you got to match up with the Lakers, you could put him up against AD defensively. You know what I'm saying? So I mean the two I guess the two of the better teams, I guess, in the West have AD, Jokic. I mean, two big men. So you got to kind of have some guys to rotate and be able to guard those guys, play defense, but as well, kind of
the Kings didn't have that. They didn't have that. You know what I mean? They had that. Once the bonus went down, it was all right. They're vulnerable. Let's go ahead and go down to the low block. We're going to feed you guys all day long.
Teddy, what's your thoughts on McGee real quick before you get up out of here?
Let me attack her. No.
Yes.
Oh, no. I will say this, though. He looks really good on the pick and roll with Monk.
Absolutely.
Yes,
they've seen it develop. Those two have seen it develop a really quick chemistry off the bench together. Definitely. I like it. Pick and roll, alley-oop dunks, you know what I mean? But Teddy White, what's your thoughts on McGee, though?
You really can't ask for too much. I mean, what is? I want to say given somewhere around 11 minutes, 7 points, 4 rebounds,
7
like
points. Yeah.
So I mean, I feel like at that backup position, he's giving us more than what we had last year. You know what I'm saying? And he's also a great teammate, and he's also a great leader, and he's also good on energy, and he has the good experience. And like you said, I do like the 2-man game between him and Monk, and I do look forward to seeing that
develop.
Exactly.
The development, Like I say, right now he's averaging 7 points, 3.5. You know what I'm saying? Rebounds and a little under a point for assists. But like we said, me and Teddy said, we don't need him to come in there. The big work. We don't need you to come in there scoring 15 and 20. You know what I mean? And averaging 11. Rebounds a game or something like that. Come in there, get your blocks, get your assists. Frustrate some centers.
No, you're wrong.
What I mean? With your physicality, exactly. And go from there.
Real quick, you guys. Before we get up out of here, I want your opinion on 2 more players. Just whatever. This is gonna be rapid fire. We'll start with Teddy White, Harrison Barnes, Davion Mitchell. What are your thoughts on those 2 players right now and where they are?
I mean, I know what you're trying to bait me into.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just asking.
I'm not gonna fall for it.
I'm just asking a question.
I think Harrison is in a good position when he's not your first, second, or third best player. You know what I'm saying? I think he's cool when he could be your 5th, 6th, maybe. If he's on the court at the time, maybe the 3rd. You know what I'm saying?
But I feel how Dope Boy is looking right now. I feel exactly that same way.
I'm trying to hold on to it.
I know.
Come on, HB.
We need Harrison, we need a little more, buddy. You're averaging 30.
HB,
he's averaging 30 minutes, 11.4 points, just under 3 rebounds.
3 rebounds,
barely an assist a game, barely a steal. It's
that's
HB, HB, bro. Get it together, bro. Get it together. I think he had one big game this year, and
it was like the first game of the season.
Right,
and it was like what, a 30-point, what was it, 36 game, a 40-point game or something like that.
Yeah, he was going crazy.
Like, hey, bro, we don't need you to go ahead and go 40, and then all of a sudden you drop off the face of the earth, and you only average 5.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give you 6. I'm gonna give you 3. HB, come on, bro.
Yeah, I want to see HB pick it up a little bit. And Davion,
get it together, bro.
Davion, no, and I'm not gonna knock Davion I've seen him come in and play well.
Yes,
I feel like the 3-ball. Yes. I do feel like I wanted to see his 3-ball improve. I feel like it has gotten better.
Yes.
Let me see what he's shooting from 3. He's shooting 33.3% from 3. Not bad, but from the field, he's shooting 37.
Yeah,
you gotta get that. Woo. Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why he hasn't really been getting too much burn. Ugly. You know what I mean? A 4th grader could probably shoot better than that.
and he's been the guy that's being able to slow guys down defensively.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's his role. And I get it.
But it's a problem when that has not been happening.
Yes. Because if you're not contributing on the opposite side of the ball too as well, you're only %. You can play defense all day long, but when it comes to that, it's all right, bro. Well, hey, we can just back up off him.
Yeah.
Double down.
Yeah.
We'll let you shoot all day long.
Yeah.
Go ahead. We'll give you the 20-footer.
Yeah.
You shoot 30% from the field, bro. Here you go.
Yeah.
You have it. So he want to set that up too. That field goal percentage from the field. Yeah, buddy, step that up. I don't know how he's gonna do it, but he need to find that. Figure out the reason why he's having the shooting struggles.
Nah, for real. So we just want to get in here and talk real quick. Like I said, we got San Antonio tonight. And then we have, looks like the Mavericks, Pelicans twice in a row, Timberwolves.
Yep.
And then the Warriors, Clippers.
And these are all road games, I think, too, as well, right? The next 3 or 4.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're on the road. Yeah, tonight, and then the next 4 after that. So we're on a 5-game road trip right now.
Because it started off out here in LA.
Yeah. So,
we'll
see how that goes. We're gonna tap back in, talk about these games. Maybe tomorrow we can get on, or maybe we'll wait till after Sunday. We'll see how they look against the Mavericks and hop back on Monday. They do have the Pelicans on Monday as well, so they got a back-to-back on Sunday and Monday. On the road, so it's gonna be a tough little road trip, man. Hopefully the Kings can come out and
it is
and win the majority of these games starting tonight against the Spurs, man. So again, like, comment, subscribe on the video. Appreciate you guys tapping in. Doughboy Bush,
yes sir.
Teddy White 45. I'll go by the name of stuff, man. We're gonna tap in with y'all the next one, and let's go Kings, man.
Yes sir. Yeah.